notifications. Not really expecting that, you know. Let's go Command A, Command V. All right, there we go. All right, so as far as the S&P goes, we'll just kick it off with that. All right, so the S&P looking expect to move 608 to 635, and we did get a little bit of a green open, a little bit of a pop up. If everyone can hear me and see me, okay, we'll get the chat over here. As far as the NASDAQ goes, now I'm long the NASDAQ and I'm long Bitcoin, so I'm hoping for an absolute rally on here. So 540 to 567. There is something I did want to go over right after the Grandpa Dow and the Russell. So everyone's talking about the seasonality, right? A lot of red August comments, red August charts, and everything like that. And even I. Not that I talked about it seasonality-wise, but we talked about how the last couple Augusts were red, and it was Japan was the excuse, and markets were overbought. So I'm kind of thinking, okay, maybe we're setting up for something like that. You know, maybe that's what's up. And then we get this pullback, and everyone's thinking, here it comes, August red. And I was having this conversation with my community, my group, if you will. It's always in the pinned comment if you ever want to see it. If you ever want to join, check it out. We're live. You talk to me all day, every day. There's not a time someone's not tagging me, and me just not clicking ads. All right. Anyway, we did look it up. We looked it up, and from now to 1970, I guess from 1970 to now, 55% chance of August being green. So it's not even a 50-50. It's not even slightly red. It's not even red. It is actually more green than it is red. And honestly, I'm just going to tell you guys what I think about the seasonality stuff and why when someone brings it to my attention, I just don't care. I really don't. And some people are real happy about it. And now it gives creators something to talk about. But if you want to do this and make money, and you want to do this and trade, and you are a real trader, you're probably not really putting too much weight into that. I've yet to find a real trader that does. I've met a lot of YouTubers, that talk about it. I don't know if any of them are profitable, because when they do bring it up, it makes me question things. Now, I told you from 1970 to now. I could change that data from 1912. Let's include all the tulip mania in there. Let's include everything. 1970 to now, we had the dot-com crash. We've had some major stuff in there. Any one of those can skew the data. And when people talk about seasonality, there's always like some date. If you're going to do seasonality, do the existence of the stock market to now. And then what? Well, so what? There's just too many things. This August is not the last August or the August before or the one before that. So while we're just on this rant in general, who cares? Our brains will find patterns. We will. And it probably contributes a lot to why some of these patterns do repeat themselves. But it's just not something you want to put all your eggs in that basket, because the economy changes every year, especially with AI kicking things off. Things are probably about to get wild. And if it is a bubble, probably not going to be a lot of red months anyway. So I wouldn't go whole account short. You know, and kind of what I mentioned before was, hey, if the intraday trade is down, let's just short the market then. And I told you guys before this rally even happened, before the pullback even happened, was it's just kind of hard to short this market. It's at all-time highs. It keeps going. Buyers are absolutely relentless. It's just not a market you want to jump in and go short on. Once you get that red candle followed by another one, maybe then you're just kind of playing the overall trend that way. Now we're probably a little bit oversold, so it wouldn't surprise me to see some green. We have a green open right now. A little bit of a volatile open compared to the past few Sundays. We haven't even seen wicks this size yet. You know, could just be a bear flag. Jumping into that zone, testing it from the bottom. I know we're on the NASDAQ's a little bit out of order. Could just be creating a bear flag. Something you got to consider. I don't care if every August has been red since 1912. Right now, let's just stick to what it is. Now, the NASDAQ played the back and forth game, so I figured this level in general was going to be a hard one to break. Quite a bit, you can call it profit taking, going short. Bulls are doing just fine. So for everyone thinking the bulls are getting hammered, I guess only if they bought last Wednesday. Because other than that, what bull out there is even feeling this pullback at all? That was all-time highs. And now we had a couple of red days. A couple of red days does not mean we're going to zero. So more importantly, what's going to be really awkward this week is if it does just chop around and go sideways. Things could be cooling off. All that shows you is a game of tug of war. We have the buyers and the sellers both trying to play hungry hippo, and I guess put their name in the hat and kind of see where it goes. More importantly, the person with the proper risk management will be the one that wins. Whether the trade goes for or against you, not holding a loser into a big loser is how you will stay in this game and probably still be here next year talking to me. Let's kick it off to our normal situation.